On December 16th, Anar Mammadli, head of the Election Monitoring and Democracy Studies Center, was arrested. EMDS has been monitoring elections in Azerbaijan for 12 years, reporting on election violations and irregularities. On October 31st, Department on Investigating Serious Crimes under the Prosecutor General's office conducted a search in the office of the EMDS, seizing the organization's computers. Civil society activists believe it was an attempt to prevent the preparation of the final report on monitoring of the presidential election. Anar Mammadli is a political prisoner. His arrest was revenge by the authorities for reporting on election-related violations and releasing a report which was quoted by influential international organizations. It's also an attempt to intimidate the civil society so that no one dares to criticize the government. This is how the civil society activists and politicians assessed the arrest of Anar Mammadli on December 17th. Following the conviction and 10-year imprisonment of journalist Nijat Aliyev, the committee defending his rights held a press conference. They called the court decision biased and politically motivated, reminding that Nijat Aliyev was arrested on the eve of Eurovision 2012 Song Contest. The court proceedings in the case of NIDA activist and Ilkin Rüstemzade continued in the second half of December. The youth refused to testify, saying, "Why should we testify if we have done nothing wrong?" Physical and moral pressure on the journalist Pervez Hashimli continues. Investigation into his case is delayed, and he has not been transferred from the Ministry of National Security to the detention facility of the Ministry of Justice. The charges filed against him are politically motivated, said his family members and the head of the Popular Front Party Ali Karimli at December 19th press conference. Employee of the newspaper Bizim Yol and editor of the website moderator.az Pervez Hashimli was arrested on September 17th by the MNS. He is accused of arms trafficking and illegal possession of weapons in collusion with a group of individuals. Violation of citizens' rights was also observed in December. At a press conference organized on December 24th, residents of a building constructed in an area behind the elite shopping mall by the housing construction cooperative Olymp complained about social problems. Dwellers said during the past 5 years the construction work has not been completed. Garages, hallways, backyard and pavements do not meet normal standards and no security measures are provided. There is no cooking gas in the apartments. There are people who still cannot move to their flats. No one wants to solve their problems. A group of residents from Gizil Hajili village of Garamboy in their turn complained about irrigation water problem. According to one of them, the problem emerged after Nizamettin Guliyev was appointed the head of the Garamboy Regional Executive Power in 2010. Currently 50 families cannot water their fields. Media is our last hope. Help us solve this problem, the residents said. On December 25th, Nazimit District Court denied EMDS head Anar Mammadli's request for replacement of his pre-trial detention sentence with house arrest. On the same day, veteran of Karabakh War Zar Hasanov committed suicide by burning himself in protest against what he believed was violation of his rights by a state official. On December 17th, the Parliament of Azerbaijan made 58 amendments to the laws on NGOs, which was considered highly restrictive by civil society. The recent changes in the law are aimed at further restricting civil society's activities. The government fails to fulfill its international obligations related to NGOs. Civil society must stand up firmly in its defense. A permanent working group must be formed to monitor the situation, stay in touch with international organizations and conduct dialogue with the government. These suggestions were voiced at a conference titled "The Situation of Civil Society in Azerbaijan and Its Future", organized jointly by the Center for National and International Studies and the Center for Legal Initiatives on December 26. It was suggested to conduct different actions in protection of Azerbaijani civil society from January 15th until March 15th. On December 27, dozens of Azerbaijani civil society activists came to the building of the presidential administration to protest against the amendments to the laws on NGOs made on December 17th. They believe that the amendments are restrictive and worsen conditions for NGO activities. Karabakh War veteran Zar Hasanov, who set himself afire in protest against bureaucratic arbitrariness, passed away on December 28. His fellow combatants, members of Azerbaijani parliament and hundreds of people from neighborhood attended his burial. The crowd shouted slogans like "Don't burn veterans, Karabakh, freedom," etc. a son of the father of five, fought in Agdam region during the Karabakh War in 1992, where he was wounded and became handicapped. On the day of his burial, a protest action was held in Baku over his death. Several participants of the action were later detained and fined. On the day of his burial, a cake-cutting ceremony was held in Sumgait city in a joyous atmosphere, allegedly in honor of World Azerbaijani Solidarity Day, annually marked on December 31st. The cake, traditionally baked on the occasion of President Ilham Aliyev's birthday, this year was devoted to the Day of Solidarity and New Year. On December 30, participants of the protest triggered by self-immolation of Karabakh War veteran were sentenced to different amounts of fine and administrative arrest. Musavat Party activists Orkan Eyüpzade, Javed Hacıbeyli and Tural Sadıklı were given 18, 16 and 18 days of administrative arrest respectively. Orkan Caci and Turkel Alisoy from the Popular Front Party received 16 and 15 days each. In addition, 14 participants were fined.